people ask a lot about money. Now, sometimes people think that maybe wazazi wanatudanganya when they say, you know, with 50 shillings in the 60s, when you had 50 shillings, you had money. No one would even think of even touching a 1,000 note because that haikukua at a 500 shillings. Tell me about pesa tu vile may change value pole pole in your life from maybe when you are a teen, 20s, 30s or even.
I think the best thing to do is to give an example of my own life. When I was in Form 6 in 1969 in Strathmore.
Form 6, 1969.
Yeah. One young man from the Asian community had a motorbike. And I was a very curious type of a person. I wanted to buy a motorbike. And when they discussed with the family, they said they can sell it to me. And they sold to me a motorbike, BSA 175cc at 350 shillings.
350 shillings.
Yes.
Hiyo ndio pesa ya, let's say size maybe Uber ama Bolt kutoka, maybe along Ngong Road, maybe somewhere from Kona to City Center. Sasa hiyo ndio bei size utalipa. 350 again,
that's a whole motorbike.
Size. Yeah, a whole.
Then after that, when I was in university, I was doing part-time working. That was in the early 70s, doing plays at the, was it called KBC then or Voice of Kenya? Voice of Kenya, VOK. And I was getting some little money. I bought a Honda 175cc, which was a 4-stroke engine. And it was very expensive. It was second-hand, but it was about 1 year old. Sold by somebody who was in the air. It belonged to the brother of a person who was a pilot. He sold it to me. And he sold it for 4,500 shillings.
Very expensive.
So that is 1973. I'm just talking about the value of money. So when I was buying my first car in 1978, there was nothing like second-hand cars. Everybody just went to buy a new car. So everybody didn't buy a second-hand. And that time, the prices had gone up. I bought my Mitsubishi Celeste at 56,000 shillings. So if you want to talk about the money, and then you take about a car now, because that was, I think it was a 1400cc. So a 1400cc, I don't know what it would cost, but that's the way to look at the value of money. I think when, and it changed a lot, when people talked about nipatie pound, nataka pound. Pound was because Kenya shilling, 20 shillings equals to 1 British pound.
Okay.
Today, one pound, 1 sterling pound is what? 100, maybe 150 shillings.
Some is very 130.
Maybe 160, 130, 140 there. Because dollar is about 130.
So that is how the name pound came to be.
Yes, that's where it comes from.
Oh, so kusema nipatie pound.
Nipatie pound. Oh, you meant 20 shillings. And we had a 20 shilling note. And 20 shilling note was the biggest note. There was no bigger note. In fact, I remember after that, the revolution came when they did a 50 shilling note. And people said this is the most dangerous. And in fact, I remember there was a joke that people used to go up country, put a 50 shilling note there, go to where they sell alcohol, and then drink, and then give the 50, but they could not find change. So they kept on drinking for free because the people found the 50 shillings too much, and there was nowhere to find change to give him back the money. So we had a kind of cunning people who you would put it on their socks, because theft was almost unknown in those days, that somebody can steal from you. And then you walk around and you drink. Na unatoa, unampatia mtu, nipatia change. Anasema sina. Utanirudishia wakati utarudi siku nyingine.
Jagi, rent yako ya kwanza ulilipa nyumba ilikuwa kiasi gani and how much was it, if you remember?
Yes. When we came out of the university, one of the things that used to happen is that most of the people would share a house. That is the time they were building Buruburu. And Buruburu, if I remember very well, was again very expensive for us. Because it was a 3-bedroom house and we were paying 1,200. Remember very well. So 1,200, we would then take each a room, 3 of us. So you use one room, so you pay the 400.
400 shillings.
But we were living in Buruburu and it had a yard. You could even do a bit of vegetables. And that's where we were living.
Which year is that?
Then I moved from there. I came, because, you know, living with people sometimes, I experience, you know, those dynamics of people will always be there. Because I remember giving one of the guys the money to pay the fee, whatever. He never paid. And the landlord was very, tolerant, because he kept quiet for many months. So one time he met me, he said, when will you pay our money? So I told him, I have paid my portion. He said, I've never received. So I asked the other gentleman, he said, you know something? Yeah, I used the money. It's normal with human being. I used the money. I was planning to pay it later. So because he was a very honorable person and I had a plan of saving from the very beginning, I paid him all the money we owed him. In fact, we remained friends until he died about a year ago.
Oh.
He was a very nice person. I knew him. He was called Ngigi. So when that fracture came in, I decided I must move and live on my own. So I came to a place which was a 1-bedroom house in a place not many people know about it, called Concealed. When I went to look at the title, it was Concealed Valley Estate, along Agwin's Kodek Road. So I got a 1-bedroom. I was paying 850 shillings per month.
Which year was that?
That was quite late. That was late 70s, 1976.
850 shillings, 1 bedroom.
Yes.
Okay.
1976, in a very affluent area.
With water,
Water, everything. I didn't have any problem. I think you have to pay probably the meter. The electricity was low. So maybe you would say you are paying about 1,000, but in a nice estate. I don't know how much you are paying now.